Hey there, good afternoon. It's Brendan with RE/MAX Kelowna, and we've been talking about foreclosures the last couple days, and today is the third and final segment on this topic. We're talking about the risks that go along with buying a foreclosure. And there are risks that you need to be aware of. So we've covered what is a foreclosure, we've covered the process of buying a home that's in foreclosure. Now we got to talk about, okay, you've won the battle, you've purchased the home, it's the possession day. What happens? So you get into the home and you never really know what you're going to get into, because you need to keep in mind the borrower who has gone into foreclosure is probably not very happy about what's happening in his life. And it might have been caused from a divorce, it might have been caused from a loss of a job, it might have been caused, maybe he had a critical illness and he wasn't insured adequately and was not able to make his payments. One reason or another, he's fallen behind and he's getting the boot out of his house. He's not happy of it. Chances are he hasn't kept up any maintenance as well, and probably, or well, in some cases has certainly let the place go. Sometimes he's just really upset about it and he's done some damage to the property and he doesn't care, he's leaving. Windows can be smashed. Appliances are not included in foreclosures and chances are they've been taken out. But sometimes it gets even a little more extreme, and we don't see this a lot in Canada, or in our area anyways, but in theory it's possible that maybe they've removed the toilet, maybe they've taken the cabinets with them, maybe they've ripped up the flooring. I don't know. It's entirely possible. I know there's been issues, or situations anyways, in the States where people are like unscrewing the granite countertops and taking them out of the house, because these things are all worth money and they obviously don't have much, so they take this stuff out and they sell it. So you don't really know what you're getting into. There's no recourse. There's nothing you can do. Whatever condition the house is in when you get there is the condition of your house, because they are all sold as is, where is. That'll be in the contract. There's no disclosures made. What you get is what you get. So the borrower who has gone into foreclosure, you can try and sue him if he's done a bunch of damage to your house, but you need to keep in mind he's just lost his biggest asset because he didn't have any money to pay for it. So that's like bleeding, getting blood from a stone. It's not going to happen. The lender's not on the hook because they sold it to you as is, where is. Insurance isn't going to cover it because it's a foreclosure and insurance doesn't cover that. So you, the buyer, get into your house, and whatever shape it's in, that's your problem. And this could cost thousands and thousands of dollars to fix. So you need to keep that in mind. I always caution, especially my first-time buyers that are interested in looking at foreclosures, how are you going to handle this situation if you get in there and a bunch of damage has been done? Most first-time buyers have used the bulk of their money for their down payment and their closing costs, and generally don't have a huge pile of money left for these kind of unexpected repairs. So just need to caution you about that. The other thing you got to keep in mind is sometimes buyers get there, they've got their moving truck in front of the house, they're ready to get into their new place, and they get into the house and discover that the homeowner, the previous owner, is still there. He's sitting there in his pajamas watching TV, refusing to leave. So then you got to call the sheriff. You got to get him physically removed from the property. All his crap is still in the house, so you got to get that out as well, and it can be a bit of a nightmare. So these are things you have to plan for and be cautious that they can happen. So just be prepared, and if you're moving into a foreclosure, maybe have a backup plan in case you can't get in there right away, and certainly be prepared for some damages. Maintenance issues get left behind as well, and maybe there could be all sorts of problems. So you need to keep that in mind and be prepared for it. If you have any questions about foreclosures, the risks that go along with foreclosures, or any real estate stuff in general, just shoot me an email, Stoneman@remax.net. Love to hear from you, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care.